Hey everybody, what's happening? I am back with another First Impressions review of the new series Lanterns from DC. Episode 1 just dropped on HBO Max, and you can watch it up here in Canada on Crave. And there's going to be 8 episodes, and it stars Kyle Chandler as Green Lantern Hal Jordan, Aaron Pierre as John Stewart, the alternate Green Lantern. Garrett Dillahunt is in this as well, Kelly MacDonald, and Ulrich Thompson, along with Jason Ritter, who is the son of the late great John Ritter. So this episode 1, it's called Pilot, and yes, I will be spoiling the heck out of this episode because everyone's seen it by now, I'm sure. So spoiler alert, though, in case in case you haven't seen it, this is your warning. All right, so the show is highly anticipated, especially by DC nerds like me, because fans, we've been waiting for a good live action story involving Green Lantern, specifically Hal Jordan and John Stewart, two of the greatest Green Lanterns. Guy Gardner is also going to appear in this series, so he'll be played by Nathan Fillion, reprising his role from Superman, and we will also get Thal Sinestro, and who knows what other great characters we'll see down the line. Now, I've grown up with Hal Jordan, ever since the old comic book in the early 80s, and the Superpowers action figure, of course, as well. One of my favorites. Hal Jordan, he's that character. He's this cocky pilot who's been featured in many animated shows on television. He had his own show for a while, and he's done a couple of really good animated films, a couple of not so good ones. And of course, there was that one live action film starring a miscast Ryan Reynolds. Not his fault, but honestly, Mark Strong's Sinestro and the other alien Green Lanterns, they were really the only good part of that film. So, oh well. But now we have a new series to stream, and my first impression is that episode 1 is so far so good, man. It's pretty good, I gotta say. This episode takes place in different time periods, leaping forward a decade at a time. Mostly takes place in 2016, here in episode 1 anyway, and this is all about Earth's number one space cop, Hal Jordan, and he's everyone's hero. He's been instructed by the Guardians to train John Stewart, who is a backup Green Lantern, in case something happens to Jordan. At least that's what I assume is going on with these Guardians who are not shown in episode 1. They're the ones, by the way, who send out the rings of power to find a suitable ring bearer. Someone who's fearless and has great willpower. Yeah, it's very much like Lord of the Rings. I know it's a lot of Lord of the Rings jokes come to mind. Uh, so for those that don't know, the rings are fueled by the ring bearer's willpower and can create any construct the ring bearer wishes. So you just imagine it, and the ring will make it happen. Though it does require a battery to recharge the ring's power. Now, the tone of this show, I mean, so far it's very dark, very mature. Many F-bombs are dropped, so it's not exactly a kids' show. Just to let you know, just because it's superheroes doesn't mean it's for kids necessarily. And Chandler and Pierre, they have really good chemistry together. Hal is the relaxed and cocky veteran. He's this, very experienced superhero. He shows no fear at all. John Stewart is the no nonsense trainee, and he also shows no fear. Of course, he's very much the John Stewart that we saw on Justice League Unlimited on that cartoon show. That was fantastic. Um, he's very serious, but he's a very good man. Now the show seems to be giving Miami Vice vibes, Crockett training tubs and stuff, showing them around. Or maybe Men in Black too, right? With K and J. But of course, Green Lantern. The mythology of Green Lantern has been around much longer than those examples. Now, in the story, a suspect is interrogated by Jordan, who believes this guy is an alien, and no one believes him. Not yet. And Jordan exposes the guy as an alien who blows himself up, but Hal creates a shield to protect himself and everyone else. That scene is a lot of fun, as Hal's intuition was right, and he saves the day. Now, by the end of the episode, it flashes forward to 2026, and it appears Hal Jordan is dead and without his ring. Now this may be a misdirect, right? Jordan could still be alive or not. I don't know. Nobody knows yet what the show has, in mind for the next 7 episodes. But it definitely has some explaining to do. That's for sure. So one hell of a grim cliffhanger. But I liked it, maybe this is the Jon Stewart show, and that'd be cool by me, but we certainly need to squeeze in as much Hal, as possible. If nothing else, I'm sure we'll see him in the past, and I'm also assuming the show will go to space at some point. So I mean, yeah, it's off to a good start. Hopefully, the rest of the season is just as intriguing. So thumbs up from me for episode 1 of Lanterns, and I'm looking forward to the next one. All right, everybody. Thank you so much for tuning in to this quick first impressions review. And until next time, peace.